Greetings demons and welcome to a Halo discussion video. It's been a little while since I've done something like this, but I just kind of wanted to just chat a little bit about the changes happening to Halo right now, because recently we had a whole article from, I'm going to say Free Industries because that's what it says on the actual blog post, but a new dawn, a community update, and yeah, there's some interesting stuff. I'm not going to get full into detail with everything, but there's some points I want to talk about, and yeah, let's just jump into it.
Not the leader of a cult, RabbitWithAxe.
So to start things off, I think I'm gonna hit it right in the head with my main just weirdness that I'm finding with this whole situation, and that is that Free Industries, you know, the studio that have been working on Halo since Halo 4, are no longer called Free Industries, and I just think that's really weird. So the new name is going to be, and believe me, this sounds really stupid, but it's true, it's called Halo Studios. And that is honestly just so boring to me, but with that being said, it does kind of make sense in how they explain it in the blog post for what they're trying to do. So they see it as there are 3 separate chapters. There is chapter 1 with Bungie, that being everything from Combat Evolved up until Reach. You have chapter 2, which is Free Industries, with everything from 4 to Infinite. And now they're going to be, you know, having chapter 3 with Halo Studios. And first off, I do want to say, it's a really stupid name. It's a really, you know, Free Industries was very much self-referential to the Halo franchise, but it still sounded like an actual thing, whereas Halo Studios, it doesn't sound like anything. It's just brand studios. It's just, I don't know, it works for something like a legacy company, like something like, you know, Disney Studios or whatever, Marvel Studios even, but like when it comes to something like Halo, because, you know, it didn't start like that, it just seems a bit weird. You know, Bungie has nothing to do with Halo in terms of the name. You know, Free Industries relates in terms of what it means, but it still sounds like a separate entity. Halo Studios, what are they ever going to do other than Halo? And I know Free was never going to do anything other than Halo either, but at least when you hear Free Industries, you think, oh, that's a game studio. That's a set of developers. They can, you know, they can work outside of just Halo. Halo Studios is very obviously just Halo, and there's something about that just kind of rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. It's a bit weird to complain about just such a simple name change, but I think as much as people have issues with Free Industries as, like, you know, developers over the years, it's still a good name. And, you know, they did the exact same thing with Gears of War. They had the original developers with Epic Games, which it's funny to bring it all back to Epic Games, but still, the original developers were Epic Games, and then once they were done, the Coalition was created. That is the original studio, once again a reference to the franchise, that then took over and continued making Gears games. And, you know, say what you will about the Coalition as well, but at least with that, you know, they've stayed consistent, and it does mean there is continued games in that franchise. I guess in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. It's not that big of a change. It's just something that I don't understand why they've done it. And, you know, we're going to get into the changes to Halo in the future anyway, and that kind of comes back around to Epic Games, weirdly enough. But the point being, when it comes to this name change, it seems redundant and almost like they're trying to sweep the last few years of Halo under the rug. And, you know, personally, I quite liked Infinite. I wasn't a huge fan of 5. I don't like 4 at all. And, you know, Wars 2 and some of the other spin-offs that have come out with Free have been good, in my opinion. I quite like them. But, yeah, 4 and 5, not great. Infinite, pretty good, in my opinion. I don't understand, though, why they've made this decision to kind of hide that away as, oh, well, don't worry, that was Free. Now we're Halo Studios. You know, it's as if that's going to fix things. Like, a lot of the developers are still going to be the same developers. Nothing wrong with that. But it just feels a bit weird to try and just hide the past. And as I say, I do understand what they're saying with the whole, this is a new chapter for the Halo franchise. And I think that's quite cool, especially with what we're about to get into. But yeah, the name change is just really weird to me. And, you know, if anyone has any greater insight into exactly, you know, a real, like, maybe some sort of legal reason or something that this would happen, then let me know in the comments below. But I am just, it just bugs me. I don't know, there's something about that change that, while the name is, I guess, fine, it's kind of stupid in my opinion. But, you know, it is what it is. Halo Studios, sure, that's now the developer of Halo. It's still, like, I don't know, I would have rather them just kept it as 343 personally, despite all the, you know, potential bad press that 343 has gotten over the years. I still think that's a better name than just changing to Halo Studios. Like, they could have at least called it something else based in the universe. Like, it being so generic, it just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. But with all my ramblings about, you know, the name change out of the way, the big news, and this is actually pretty major, that we got out of this article, and, you know, all the other press that we've seen about this, is that the next Halo will be moving to Unreal Engine 5. And if you don't know, Unreal is the main engine that Epic Games created and utilizes and licenses out. It's what games like, well, obviously Fortnite are made in, but so many others. Like, most AAA games that don't have their own specific engine for. So, like, Call of Duty obviously has its own engine. But when it comes to the wider world of AAA games, Unreal is the main engine. And even indie games, like, often will use Unreal. Unreal is great. It is a really good, easy to use engine for game development. And to the point where even, like, normal people can download the Unreal Engine editor for Fortnite to create their own games. You know, obviously in the Fortnite engine, so it's slightly different, but there's a lot of really cool stuff that can be done with Unreal, and it's really funny to me. This gets brought up quite a lot. The fact that Halo is coming to Unreal Engine 5 before Rocket League is coming to Unreal Engine 5, kind of funny. Rocket League is supposed to be coming to Unreal Engine 5 for a while now, and obviously is owned by Epic Games, and yet it still hasn't happened. That's beside the point though, that's a completely different conversation. I just think it's a bit funny. But yeah, it is huge news that Unreal Engine is going to be the engine for the future of game development of Halo, because it opens up the doors to so many greater experiences than what we've had in the past. Not to say that, like, the previous games have been bad by any means. Like, at the end of the day, Halo has always been a pretty great series, even in its lower points like Halo 4 and Halo 5. It's still been really fun. And realistically, it being in Unreal Engine 5 just makes it a bit easier for them to make good experiences. That's how I see it anyway. And we do get a few little glimpses of what exactly Halo and Unreal Engine 5 could look like, and genuinely looks pretty good. It's a little bit more cartoony than, you know, we've necessarily seen before, but the detail is still there, it's still sharp. Like, overall, like, it still looks great, and it still looks like Halo. It looks like Unreal Engine Halo, which is something we've been able to see for a very long time, especially this version of Chief that they show in some of the images. Looks a bit, you know, it looks a little bit like the Fortnite model, but at the end of the day, I'm sure that kind of stuff will be, you know, cleaned up a little bit more. You know, it'll be not as noticeable that it is Unreal, because, you know, some of these terrain images that they show off are excellent and really do look great, and possibly even better than anything we've seen before in the franchise. But yeah, just that Chief model especially, I don't know, there's something a bit toyish about him. I assume that's just because they're testing things out, but yeah, honestly, it's huge news. It's really good news that we're going to be getting Unreal Engine 5 for the next Halo experience. And I guess now we just need to wait for what that Halo experience is going to be. Because, realistically, we don't know what's next. You know, Infinite isn't going to be transferred to Unreal Engine 5, so it's going to be the next Halo. And is that going to be, you know, Halo 6? Is that going to be Infinite 2? Is that going to be, you know, Halo different subtitle? We don't really know right now, but I am very excited for the future of this franchise, and at the end of the day, like, other than that name change just not making sense to me, I think everything we've heard recently from, Halo Studios, from Microsoft as well, has been great for the franchise. I'm really excited to see what happens, and yeah, hopefully I can get a bit more into Halo again, because I have been slacking a little bit. I haven't been playing as much recently, but yeah, with all that being said, I think that is everything that I really want to talk about. So without further ado, that is going to be it for this video. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like it, subscribe if you're new and ring that bell so you never miss an upload. Otherwise, comment below your thoughts and feelings on, well, the two things really that I've spoke about. But also, you can check out the full article in the description below. We'll link it there. And yeah, tell me what you think. Tell me what you, expect from the future of Halo. And yeah, otherwise, it's going to be it from me. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Look at the screen, you'll be fine. Culture's a disease, but we'll survive. I just wanna taste